Yeah, that's me, and you're probably wondering how I got in this situation. Wait, isn't this meme supposed to be for like bad stuff? Why the fuck are we showing my best clips? Who am I even asking? I wrote this. Ah yes, welcome to the finals. I can't even begin to tell you how much I've been waiting for this game. Like since the first beta. With my shitty luck though, and their crappy system that handed out playtest invites randomly, I didn't manage to get in neither of the closed betas. And so when they announced the open beta, and this is a true story by the way, I was outside in public with friends. And when I read the Discord notification, I kid you not, I ended up jumping around and cheering like a little girl for a solid minute. And oh man, when I finally got to play the game on the next day. Well, now that I think about it, let's say it didn't go as smoothly at first. But that's why we're here, right? For the journey. And hell yeah, we've got a long way to go, so stick around. Oh, and just to clarify, by 100 games I mean quick cash, not ranked tournaments. But if you wanna see a video on that too, I mean, I'm just saying, there are a couple of buttons below and I really don't see them being pressed right now. Got it? Alright, let's begin. I played 100 games of the finals and here's what I learned. So when I first began, I really gave all 3 classes a fair share of time to learn the mechanics and see what I'm good at and what needs practice. And I really think that if you wanna go pro, for example, you gotta play all 3. Being flexible is just gonna allow you to fit in with more teams and give you more knowledge about the game. And although most of the clips you'll see today are with light and sniping, cause that's what I found really most challenging and fun, what I'm gonna talk about in this video applies to all of them. Alright, let's begin with movement, cause that's really what makes my gear spin. Like, movement in the finals is so damn nice. And I really believe it's one of the most important things to master for all classes. New movement techniques are literally being discovered as we speak. Well, not exactly as we speak, cause the game is down, but you get my point. But yeah, when the game comes out, practice that shit. Get consistent at it. Figure out where exactly you can implement it in your game to give you an edge. And again, this doesn't apply just to a light class. The finals genuinely makes the movement fanatic in me coming from Apex so happy. In fact, I'm currently making a sort of database of all the movement tech I can find, with clips and explanations. And if you can send me anything you have, like Twitch clips, shorts, whatever, I would really appreciate it. I'm pretty sure my Twitter DMs are open, so please, if you found anything interesting, go ahead and hit me up. Anyway now, let's talk about aim, cause there are a couple of pretty interesting things that have been discovered by the community. As you can see in the vid on the screen, your bullets often don't go where your crosshair is, and I've really noticed that especially with the sniper. In fact, in certain situations it's way off, and really causing you to miss shots you should have hit. And what's really happening here is that the bullets are always going in the middle of the screen and not necessarily where your in-game crosshair is. So if you can correct for that by putting a dot in the middle like I've seen a lot of streamers do, you would hit a lot more shots, right? Well, there are actually programs that do that. The thing is though, it turns out they banned someone for doing that. So maybe don't do it? Well, I don't know, but I really wanna hear your thoughts on whether you think this counts as cheating. We still haven't seen an official statement from Embark, and this really seems like a grey area to me, cause for example, a lot of monitors do allow you to put a crosshair on the screen straight from the monitor. Like, does this classify as cheating, and how will they even detect that is far beyond me? I'm not saying I actually do it, in fact I don't endorse it and think you should play the game as intended, but it's just such an interesting topic and I really want them to make clear rules if they are trying to make this game an esport. Alright, let's finish this up by talking about Gamesense. This is a team game after all, and team play and coordination are everything here. And even though I played about 30 of these 100 games solo queue, cause the intent here was more to learn individual skill and mechanics, I'm gonna give you tips that also apply to ranked tournament and really guaranteed me wins almost consistently. If anything, they're gonna exponentially speed up your improvement process and make you a better player as well. Let's begin. Something I really like to do with my team is plan the game from the start. Firstly, we gonna figure out what everyone is gonna play and swap things from our loadout based on the map. For example, if there are floating platforms, it won't be a bad idea to have glue grenades or a glue gun so we can make cover. Oh, and by the way, don't be afraid to swap things on the go during a match, if you realize something isn't working and your team gets wiped. I feel like I don't see enough people doing that. Also a little pet peeve of mine. Who the hell even likes playing on floating platforms? Like, that shit is so awkward to hold, it's unreal. Anyway, after that, when the match starts, we're gonna see where the first vote and all cash outs are. Oh, and by the way, let me just say something here. The peak of map knowledge in this game will be having enough experience that you know all the cash out spawns and stuff. Like, just by seeing the little circle on the screen with the direction, you know the exact layout of the building it's in and are already planning on how to push and defend it. Anyway, from there we're gonna plan our route to and from the vault towards the cash out that's easiest for us to hold based on circumstances. For example, if we know the enemy teams have a heavy with flamethrower, we might prefer to hold a cash out that's more in the open and not in a tight room. We make a decision based on the info we have and head there. And it doesn't always have to be like that. I mean, we often just go to the one that's closest as well. Furthermore, a lot of times we just leave someone else to take the vault to a cash out and then just steal it. Really just talk with your team and find out what makes the most sense. And even then, things don't always go to plan. And sometimes you just gotta fight through whatever circumstances you are facing. But that's what makes me think the finals will be such a good esport though. There are so many different ways a match can play out and turn completely. Like, imagine you are watching the 2026, the finals major for example, on the big stage. It's the final 30 seconds and the crowd is cheering. You got, let's just call them Team 1, playing annoyingly with 2 mediums cross healing and having gas mines and C4s all over the cash out. That's where the heavy from Team 2 comes in though. Like, why bother trying to push that room when you can blow up the floor beneath it or collapse the whole place down and open up the defending team from so many angles. And Team 2 managed to take them out and steal the cash out. But then Team 1 comes back and wipes them. Except wait, there is only one player left and it's Team 2's light, sniping from the rooftops across the street. And that light rushes in last second to stun Team 1's player, which stops them from stealing. And Team 2 are your 2026 the finals major champions as the crowd goes wild. And yes, by the way, if you didn't know, when you stun somebody it stops them from stealing. I'm sure this knowledge will help you. But man, the plays you can coordinate with your team are really a form of art in itself. And honestly, I'm so hyped for this game's future. Anyway fam, that's my summary of my first 100 matches of the finals. Of course I have so much more to talk about and I could probably extend this video for a full hour if I went over and analyzed full fights and stuff. But I feel like we can come back to that in another day. The total number of matches for the whole beta, including tournaments, are this number on the screen right now. I really wish I could play even more, but you know I got school and stuff. Seriously though, I miss the game so much and I can't wait for it to come out. I've been hearing some rumors the last few days about a possible launch date somewhere around the Game Awards on the 7th of December. Honestly though, I'm so hyped for this and I can't wait. I've already been working on this video for so long and had to even delay it and take almost 2 weeks off because of schoolwork. But it is what it is. I'm also currently thinking of making a light aggressive sniping guide too. Your feedback is what's gonna influence me here though. So go ahead and leave a quick comment about that. Plus any criticisms you have for this video. I'm really trying to improve at creating content, so it will be much appreciated. And also come by my Twitch when the finals finally comes out. Pun intended, I'm really getting impatient here. But seriously, I'm gonna be streaming it every second I can, cause holy shit, it's already been a month without it. And I haven't slept since, I'm visibly shaking. Nah, I'm kidding of course, but yeah, with everything out of the way, thank you so much for watching and I guess I'll see you next time. Alright mate, have a good one.